Well, New York City started preparing for Isaias over the weekend, but today comes the real test of post-Sandy protocols.
That's because we expect storm surge, street flooding, wind gust over 65 miles an hour. Today, New York's Katherine, Creag's in Rockaway Beach in Queens. With Kat, what you need to know there at the beach.
And it's been raining off and on, Darlene and Michael. A little bit on right now. It's drizzling. As you know earlier, it was really coming down hard. Taking a look at the beach here, it's dark, but we can hear the waves crashing hard. And now taking a look at this video, this is a neighborhood that was hit hard by Superstorm Sandy here in Queens. But also what you're looking at right there, lower Manhattan, the South Street Seaport area. That's why crews over the last few days have been building what they call tiger dams. It's the first time they've been used since Sandy struck the South Street Seaport area and left parts of lower Manhattan underwater. Also, something to think about, the businesses, the restaurants, that they've been really trying to get business out of outdoor dining. Approximately 9,000 eateries now relying on all of that business have to put away their equipment and tables because of this storm. A restaurant owner told us this.
This is the one area we're particularly concerned about given the projections, and we have the tools ready to address it.
Well, actually, that was the mayor. He visited that area just to make sure that everything was going all right, that those crews were building those tiger dams. Also, something to mention, the MTA told us that if winds exceed 39 miles per hour, outdoor trains will be suspended. And also a travel advisory, Darlene and Michael, is now in effect. It started this morning and it runs through late tonight. Reporting live in Queens, Katherine, Creag. Today in New York. We'll send it back to you.
Kat, thank you very much. Now on Long Island, memories of Superstorm Sandy, they're still fresh as well. So lots of people are worried about Isaias. Long Beach saw lots of flooding there, and people are hoping it's not going to happen again. There's another concern, we've talked about this a lot, the loss of power. PSEG Long Island out trimming trees yesterday. That's to keep those limbs from falling down, taking electric lines with them. We found one family as well. They were stocking up just in case.
Oh, wow. Power outages are a concern, and there's nothing we can do about that.
I've been contacted and been in communication with PSEG Long Island, so everyone's getting ready for this.
Many Long Island beaches, they are closed today ahead of the storm. Swimmers warned, stay out of the water even though you want to take advantage of the waves, and that's because of the threat of dangerous riptides. Now, in just a few moments, just a few minutes ago, the state of emergency went into effect in New Jersey.
Governor Murphy says that means you should not be on the roads unless absolutely necessary. Flooding is a major concern along the coast and inland as well. Today in New York's Tracie Strahan picks up our team coverage in Hoboken with more. Trace.
Well, Darlene, this is an area in Hoboken where there is always a concern of flooding right here on Grand Street. And as that state of emergency is now in effect for New Jersey, we're seeing very faint drizzle coming down, but there's more concern about what could hit this city in particular. We want to show you now the flood map of Hoboken. It's constantly being updated, and it's constantly a concern here. Now, the city just endured two 50-year storms just last month. In one of them, an inch of rain fell in just 8 minutes. That was enough to overwhelm the city's two pumps as well as their water detention systems. Now, the mayor here is warning that flooding should be anticipated today, certainly because of the intensity and the severity of the rain on the way. While there's no exact travel ban under that state of emergency, residents here in Hoboken are being urged to stay off the roads and only drive if it's absolutely necessary. Outdoor dining restaurants that have been hit hard during the pandemic will be canceled today.
You know, we're just expecting the worst. We cannot afford one day. One day we cannot afford it. This is like we are in the bowl of Hoboken.
Driving here in Hoboken is actually being restricted. They want people who are not emergency personnel to stay off the roads starting at 8 o'clock this morning until 8 o'clock on Wednesday. And also, they're urging residents to have at least 72 hours worth of emergency rations, things like water, things like batteries, and certainly flashlights, not candles. So this is an emergency coming. The state of emergency, I should say, coming during a public health emergency, so they want everyone to stock up in advance. We're live in Hoboken this morning. Tracie Strahan. Today in New York. Michael, Darlene, will send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Tracie. And now is the perfect time to download the free NBC4 New York app. You can track the storm's path and get urgent weather alerts right on your phone or your tablet.